Hi again. My son is taking a nap, so I thought I would finish up part 2 of my introduction while I still have the chance. I wanted to show you the 2 whips that I'm currently working on. The first one is a little DesignWorks card kit called Be Happy. That's what it will look like when it's finished, and this is what I have so far. For skirt and part of the bottom flowers, and I'm doing the back stitch as I go along. And the reason for that is this monstrosity. This is my other whip, and I've been working on this since the beginning of this year. And I actually started it probably in 2012 or 13 or maybe even 14. It's called Celtic Cross by DesignWorks. And I did all of this full stitch work without doing any of the back stitch. So now I'm having to go back and put the back stitch in. And I've done just a little bit around here and down the outline of the cross. And then this is the first word of what it's going to say. That says May. It's going to say, let me grab the pattern so I can tell you without showing you the pattern. It's going to say, may you always walk in sunshine, may you never want for more, may Irish angels rest their wings right beside your door. So it's been a fun stitch. It really has been. But I will never ever again save all the back stitch till the end, because unlike some people who like back stitch, I don't like this much of it at all. If I had done it as I went along, I might have said, oh, I love backstitch, this is fun, but trying to do it all at the end is not fun. And this is the back on this one. I'll just go ahead and show you. It's messy. To me, it's messy. I mean, I'm sure there are people's that are worse, but it's messy. Anyway, the one thing I can't do and I can't stand, and I did it on this, I have like this much yellow thread on the back of this one from where I went from one of the flower centers to the other, and it bothered me so much I started to cut it out and start over. But I've seen people that do stuff and they leave strings this long literally on the back, where you could like play the banjo on the strings they leave on the back. And I don't mean to be insulting to anybody. If it doesn't bother you and it's your cross stitch, go to town. But for me, it drives me crazy. I can't stand it. And I'm a little OCD about certain things. It has to be okay with me or I won't do it. So, but anyway, I just turned 40 this year, and I live on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi with my husband and 3 children. My oldest is 15, and I have a 6-year-old, and you've already met my 2-year-old. He'll be 3 this summer in July. And so, like I said, I started stitching in 2012, making him a baby bib, and I've just really loved it. I joined a Facebook group first called Cross Stitch Friendly Circle. I think that group is now closed because it got so many members they shut it down, or they made it private where you can't find it. That's the first group I ever joined, and I asked so many questions, and I got so many helpful responses, and no one ever said, that's a stupid question, or was rude to me. Everybody was just so kind, and that's the one thing that I think I like the best about the cross stitch community on Facebook, is people aren't snarky for the most part. They're just very kind, and I've made some remarks and comments on people's videos about other people at times that might have sounded snarky, and you know, I don't like to be that way. So if I ever am that way or have been, I apologize, because just because you're different from me, maybe in cross-stitching, and you would say things that I wouldn't say or do things that I wouldn't do, doesn't mean that you're not a good person, and it doesn't mean that you're not, you know, worthy of being loved and cared for. So I'll just say that now. I guess I have a guilty conscience. Anyway, but yeah, I'm in some really good groups now, and I'm in Stitch Mania. And I'm still in Cross Stitch Friendly Circle, which you probably won't be able to find, I'm sorry. But there's other groups like Crazy About Cross Stitch, I think, or Cross Stitch Crazy. Crazy About Cross Stitch is one I'm in. There's another one called Cross Stitch It's Fun, which was started by one of the floss tubers here, I believe. Wonderfully Hopeless. Please tell me that's her channel name, I'm not sure. But I've watched your videos and I'm subscribed to you, and great job. I think she is one of the admins of that group. I'm not in that group because I'm in so many groups that I had to leave some because I get too overwhelmed when I want to be like active in the groups that I'm in. And so I'm trying to do that right now and only have 3 or 4 max. What else can I say? The floss tubers that inspire me. Trisha, the left-handed stitcher. I am so glad to see you back. When you were gone, I was just like, oh my god, I need one of her really long videos to make me happy again. I love your videos. Jellicles forever. I'm praying for your health, girl. I know that you'll get better and that what you're going through will just be, you know, it will strengthen you in your heart and in your spirit. And I just pray that, you know, I pray that they find out that it's not RA that you have. But if they're absolutely sure, my prayers are going up for you. I know that you've had some negative response about people telling you what you should and shouldn't do, so I'm not going to say anything like that. But I love your personality. Oh, look, my camera moved. I love your personality, and I love your spunk and your spirit and your humor. And you're just like one of my favorites. And of course, Garrett, Coffee Stitcher, and Angie, A Stitch in Time. They're great people with great videos and great talent. I also love Carolyn. She's a beautiful person on the outside as well as on the inside. Her speaking voice is so calming, and she's just a lady. Very dignified, but I saw her giggle on her last video about talking about eating chips with tongs. And I just had to laugh too, because it's the first time I think I've ever seen her giggle in one of her videos. And so I really appreciate her. She has really good videos too about the differences in fabric, like between Aida and Even Weave, which I stitched only on Aida right now. 18 count is the largest or the smallest hole that I've stitched in, and I just do 14 and 18 right now. I may branch out and I may not. It just depends. I may try, and if I find that it's too difficult, I might go back to Aida. But right now I just do Aida, and I'm happy with that. Letitia Beckett, awesome lady. I love her videos. Her stash is her first videos where she shows her stash. It's outrageous and wonderful, and you have a lot of the same taste that I do, Letitia. I love the ethnic cross stitches and just beautiful women of all color. I love to stitch, and I'm gonna have to do some stash videos soon because I have a lot. I have more than I'll ever get done, and a lot of it, like when I first learned to cross stitch, I just went on eBay because some crazy person that never should have told me that you could go on eBay and get cross stitch kits really cheap. And so I started out buying only kits, and I only shopped on eBay because I could get them for really cheap sometimes. So I have like an entire tote full of eBay kits, and a lot of them I'll never do because one thing about me is I do not like, let me see what time it is. Ooh, I'm going to have to go get my daughter from school pretty soon. But I don't like blended stitches. I don't like having to take a thread of this color and a thread of this color, put them together and stitch with them, because I like the loop method. Someone taught me the loop method, where you take one strand, put the 2 ends together, pull it through, and then loop those ends through the loop in the back and pull it. And then you don't have to have a knot in the back of your fabric or a tail. You know, because when I had the tail, it always seemed to come loose. So when I learned the loop method, I was ecstatic. So I don't like blended stitches, but I recently got some kits from Russia that have blended stitches, and I really want to do them, so I'll probably do it anyway. Another thing that I hate is fractionals or quarter stitches, 3/4 stitches, but this little girl has some quarter stitches in her mouth right here, so I'm going to be doing those for the first time ever pretty soon, and I'm just going to have to try to figure it out. I mean, you just pierce the fabric. You go in through one hole and pierce the fabric, and that's it, as far as I can tell. We'll see. I'm going to give it a shot. It can't be that hard. But the funny thing is, this kit has no instructions for how to do quarter or 3/4 stitches, and yet it has them, so that's kind of bizarre. I guess they just assume you know things, like you just know. But if I didn't mention anyone in this video that I really like your videos, I apologize. There's so many great people, Fishy Crafts. Cindy from Fishy Crafts, I love your videos. I love your personality. Whoop, whoop. I love all of you. I'm so grateful to have friends in this community. And Julicious, that's Julia. Her channel is Julicious. She's very entertaining as well. A lot of these people have personalities like mine, kind of off color and cuckoo, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. They're fun to watch. And I'm not always that way. I'm kind of like up and down. I might be bipolar. I don't know. But I'm kind of all over the place. I need to go because I've got to get my kid from school. And next week is the last week of school for them. June 5th is their last day. So I'll have kids in the house again. And my husband recently got a promotion at work. Yay! And he'll be leaving for a month. Boo. To go out of town to take classes and train for his new job as an assistant manager where he works. So I'm very proud of him, but we're going to miss him. And I don't know how I'm going to deal with 3 kids over the summer without a buffer like my husband. It's going to be interesting. But it looks like it's about to start pouring down here on the coast. So I'm going to go I showed my whips, and next time I'll try to show my stash. If there's any tags, like the Stitchy style tag or any of those tags you'd like to see me do, just any of them, I know there's a million of them out there, please tag me below in the comments. If you can like tag me in the actual question list so I don't have to sit through an entire video to figure out what the questions are and write them down, that would be great because I'm lazy. So yeah, just tag me in the list of questions if you can, and let me know anything else you'd like to see besides stash. I'll come up with some stuff, but I don't know if I'll do weekly whip updates or monthly. I'll probably do a video every time I have a finish, which will be not very often because I'm slow. I'm very slow, and I have a lot of large projects in my future. I have a large Elizabeth Taylor full coverage stitch that I got off intricatecrossstitch.com for free. They have a lot of great ones on there, and I'm gonna do her probably after I finish the back stitch on Celtic Cross and this little card kit, so it'll be a while. I'm slow and I have kids, so I don't stitch at night because I get too tired. I like to stitch in the morning when I'm fresh, and I'm kind of a morning person. I know people hate that, but I am. A night person, no. I want to be in bed asleep by 8, 8:30 or 9. And I've always been that way. I haven't always gone to bed that early, but I've always been more alert during the morning and early afternoon. Late afternoon to night, I'm like, God, I'm just dragging. So, but I love you guys, and I thank you for watching my videos. Please comment below and give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I hear the thumbs downs make you really popular, so go ahead. I don't care. And subscribe. Please subscribe. I'd like to get some subscribers. So this has been fun. And thank you, Garrett, for talking me into doing this. And Angie. I'm grateful to both of you. Angie, you're a sweetheart, and you have such a beautiful daughter, and happy belated birthday to her again. I'm just grateful to be a part of this community and to have friends that I don't see every day, but I do see every day in a way through your videos and through Facebook, so it's great. Okay, everybody. Bye. See you later.